Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey guys, it's Jonathan from the Howard Hospitality Group. Welcome to another weekly Vending Live. Joining me tonight, I've got Matt from Galaxy Games 843 and
guys.
David from Xtreme Vending. What's up, guys? How we doing?
Hi. Good.
How's everyone doing out there?
Can you say it like you say it? What's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
What's up, guys? What's up, guys? I'm Matt with Galaxy Games 843.
I'm going to have you do my voiceovers from now on.
Seriously, that's pretty good, David. I'm impressed. You got
thank
the
you.
skills. Nice. How's everybody's week going?
It's going good. How's your week?
It's okay. I just actually got a call as we were about to go live. You guys were with me, and I put it on speakerphone. And we placed a machine today and a magic key today. And I must have set it up wrong because they said it's only doing like they're saying $1 per is giving it a quarter. So I don't know what's going on with that or how I did that wrong. But somehow in the menus I must have set up wrong. So I guess I'm taking a trip either tonight because they're open till like 2 a.m. at this location. So either I go tonight after the live stream or I go tomorrow morning.
How far away is the location, John?
It's about 45 minutes. And I just got back like about 30 minutes ago. So it's kind of frustrating. But I mean, that's what when you live in the middle of nowhere, that's kind of the game. And everybody that does this for a living, we know how that sucks. So
that's our life. Hashtag vending life.
I know. And I mean, most people know from the Discord and stuff that we live in California. But we live in the middle of nowhere in California. So we're like in this really tiny town right around Sacramento and Chico in that area. And everything's far away for us. So like all of our routes are kind of like a little distance to get to the route. And then we can actually do the route and then come back home. So we do have a couple machines local, but most of our stuff's quite a ways away. So that's going to be a little bit of a trek. But that's what you get, right? You set it up, and I thought I checked it. I don't know what I did wrong, so I gotta actually.
Well, you also got to remember too. You just got a random phone call from somebody you don't know. They could be pulling your leg. They could be not telling you exactly the truth. You could drive all the way out there, and everything's working just fine. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and that's true. And what's weird is that because Sam set it up, and he's really good. Like he knows the menus and he knows how to set it up, and I was there with him when he was doing it, and I kind of over his shoulder, and I know he did it right. So I don't know what's going on.
Go in the menu and see the audit and see if what they're saying is actually lining up too, and double check and make sure if you got 24 credits in there and they put in $6, you should have 24 credits. But if it says 6 credits and you have $6, then you know that they were telling the truth and weren't pulling your leg.
I mean, you guys were on the phone with me. I mean, the kid, he didn't sound like he, was making it up, and he sounded pretty legit. And
Sure.
The only other thing I'm thinking of is that there's 3 switches on the back of the coin mech that you can adjust for how many pulses like it gives you for that, right on the back of the coin mech. So maybe those are switched, in the wrong, because usually on the back, for those of you who have these type of machines, in either it's candy machines or golden houses or magic keys or whatever, they all kind of use the same electronic coin mech, and usually you have the top one on all the way up, the middle one's in the middle, and the bottom one's all the way down. So I'm just wondering if that might be what's going on.
I mean, but would the dollar bill acceptor go through the coin mech? Is that how the wiring works? I'm not sure.
So that's what I'm wondering.
He said he put a $5 bill in, didn't he?
And it gave him, go ahead, David. Sorry.
I was going to tell you. So my very first mini, this one right here, you can see kind of. Can you see that? I don't know if it shows up.
Yeah.
This is the Chinese bill acceptors I get, the top company. So when I first got mine, my very first setup, it was the dip switches, and the exact same problem. So if you put $1 in there, instead of giving you 4 credits or whatever, it only gave you 1 credit. And it turned out to be, and I know a lot of people had this problem in the earlier days with my machines, because Rainy would dip switch when flipping dip switches. We had to do it ourselves. So maybe like that's what I thought of if something similar. Like I would go over there, take some quarters, put a quarter in there, see if it gives you 1 credit. Then put $1 in there and see if it gives you 4 credits, and you're okay. If it gives you only 1 credit, then you know there's the dollar bill acceptor is accepting the money, and it's only pulsing 1 per dollar value. And you should make it where there's a dip switch where you can flip it and make it pulse 4 times per dollar value.
So
That's at least
we use
mine.
our machines. We have, except for a couple of them, we have about 10 of them that use MEI,
Yeah.
DBAs. But then all the rest of our stuff is Pyramid. So we run Pyramid, and usually on the Pyramid, all your dip switches are all the way up. That's the way that you run them on all of our machines. And so I'm wondering too, could those be switched? Could the CoinMech be switched? But I feel really stupid because I probably should have put $1 in there and seen,
Well, you're probably trying to rush home to the live stream. Too.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to get home, and that just goes to show everybody: run your credit card through, make sure a coin goes in your CoinMech and works, and make sure that you check your DBA, because I mean, they've always been bulletproof. I've never had any issues plugging. Usually, you plug in a DBA and it's good to go, and you never.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's a good way to start the live stream with the troubleshooting tonight. And so, yeah, what a mess. So, I'm gonna have to take a little road trip, I guess, and that's a lot of guys.
Yeah, before you go there, John, look at similar DBAs. Because I don't know those DBAs that you have on there. Take a picture of all the dip switches. Take a look at your CoinMech. Take a picture of that just to make it simpler. So you have something to reference onto a machine that you know is set up correctly, and just go over there, like you said, check the CoinMech. See if it's pulsing correctly on the bill acceptor. Put a quarter in there, see if it gives it 1 credit. Because I bet you the CoinMech is going to give you a credit, and I think it's a dip switch on the. If it's like mine, it's just a dip switch on the DBA. So
I think so too, and I just feel bad because the guy was very excited that owns the place because it's a big upgrade. He went up to this bigger machine, and we're all very excited about it today and talking about it, and then hear this happen. So hopefully he's not getting a bunch of grief. Hopefully, I mean, it's a Wednesday night, so I don't know how busy he's going to be on a Wednesday night, but it is a busy place, so who knows? But I feel really bad for. I told the kid I'd Venmo him some $5 back, and so it'll be fine, but. Yeah, that just kind of sucks. So anyways, back to, I wanted to do this real quick because we have our first
super chat coming in from Waco's Car Wash channel, Elevators and More. I'm getting real good at saying that for some reason. Says, last Friday I went to the dealership and got a free car wash, and the machine went to the back and got stuck for about 2 minutes. Wonder what the problem is. I don't know.
I don't know either. I know nothing about car washes.
I'm pretty sure we can all say none of us are car wash experts. Not yet, anyway. Maybe someday.
Dude, Captain Namco has been playing he's been playing so much on his machine. So it's so funny. He just posted. He said his coin meter rolled over 103,000 actual plays since he got that machine. Wow. That's crazy. Insane. That guy is. I mean, like, I wish I had the time to sit and play it like that. That would be awesome. Wish people play our machines like that. So, anyways, everybody else is saying hi. Hi guys, I missed you. I miss you still from hanging out from IAPA. I was telling Natalie today, I was like, man, I miss those guys. Like, we had a lot of fun. Yeah, I can't wait for MBVA.
It's only like 4 months away.
I know, I'm excited. Right? So it's really not that long. It seems like forever, but it's really not long. I mean, once you figure in that you got all the holidays coming up and all that stuff, we got a lot to do in between there. So I get it. But we should definitely talk about MBVA a little bit tonight. We should talk about Yao a little bit tonight. Talk about that. We got some stuff going on with that. And we should talk about our giveaway, which I actually have set up here. If we want to do it.
Oh, you got it ready to go?
I got it ready to go. So let me add.
Nice.
Oops, I pushed the wrong button. Here we go. Entire screen. This one. There we go. All right.
All right, guys, check out this key catcher claw machine. This is from QuickPlay and CandyMachines.com. Did you watch my most recent video? It did $602 its first month.
Yes, sir. That's so awesome.
But guys, we're going to give one of these away. I'm sure all of you out there want one. So hopefully you've all registered that are watching so far. But if you haven't registered yet, join our Discord, fill out the form. We're going to give this beautiful key catcher claw machine away on December 20th, which is basically 3 weeks away at this point? About 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks from tonight.
Crazy.
You've got 3 weeks left, guys.
This is a fast giveaway, man.
Fast giveaway. And this is an amazing machine. You saw how good it did for me. I'm hearing great things from other vendors that have it as well. I know it's doing good for quick play. Anthony Hastings has one, I think at least one, but maybe more. And I'm seeing multiple people posted on the Facebook groups. Everybody loves this machine. So guys, make sure you get registered to win because it's going to be awesome.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
All right. Very cool.
I see Kevin's in the house.
It's right before Christmas too. I mean, how cool is that? You know, so just very cool. And we talked about it last week, but I mean, this is a pricey machine. You know, it's what you're gonna get. So I mean, you're getting almost the value of the total giveaway is almost $3,000 by the time you figure in shipping, NIAX, you know, DBA, all the stuff that comes your first
Plush.
fill. Yeah, I mean, you're getting quite the package here from CandyMachines.com, which is awesome. So thank you again, CandyMachines.com, for doing this giveaway, for Quick Play, for designing this awesome machine, and we really appreciate you letting us and Quick Play and everybody give it away. It's pretty cool. So pretty awesome.
Well, the return on investment on that machine right now for Matt is roughly around a 3-month period. Just over a 3-month period. You're talking about $600 in a month. You're doing $1,800 every 3 months. The machine's roughly around $2,000 machine that's being given away. I mean, that's just printing money, and that's crazy.
Just printing money, exactly.
Right. If you were to be like getting into a claw machine business and this is your budget, and you wanted a fast return, I mean, in just any kind of vending, like, would you want to spend $2,000 and buy yourself a air hockey table and maybe make a couple $100s a month, or like buy a snack and sewing machine, which is really fun and really great vending, but like, man, $2,000, you get yourself this key catcher here and you're making $600 a month. That's so amazing. I think that's so great. That's so awesome. And it's just in time for the holidays. I mean, get one out there right now. It's awesome. So
yeah, there was somebody who was I don't know, I'm guessing his real name is Tim, but there's a Tim W in our Discord today that wrote a comment around, I mean, it was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon today when I was sitting at the car wash waiting to get our car done. And he said, anyone who says you can't make minis are out of their mind. 2 machines at 2 different locations, Mexican restaurant and a diner, both set at $1 per play. And he listed like his count of how much money has gone through his machine in that short amount of time. So if you're not a Discord member, get in there, get into the Discord and check out the results that people are getting from these machines, because they're just off the charts. So awesome. Very cool. Okay, so tonight also, I think I wanted to also, I don't feel like in a while we've answered a lot of vending questions, and I really want people to give us, even if it's something you already know, but you think it might be something that might help somebody else, put them in the comments, and there's things that we can talk about to maybe answer some questions for some people or help some people out. We love to answer questions, and then the things that we don't know the answers to, we love to find them out for you. So, and the Discord's a great help too if you're not a member of that. But David, you're definitely feeling better tonight. We can tell.
I'm doing a lot. I still got a little bit of a cough, but that's expected from that kind of sickness, you know.
Yeah.
So the lingering.
There's also there's a question from I'm not sure if that's pronounced Cody or it's COTY up the top there. It's about the key catcher machine, and I can take this one. It says on the Quick Play, instead of opening the side door to access the DBA, can you reach it from the front door once you pull the coin bucket out? The answer is no. There is a metal cage around where that coin bucket goes, so you do have to access the dollar bill acceptor from that side door,
which is kind of cool. You know what I mean?
Well, did you see Mrs. Galaxy Games climbing in the machine? I thought this is
I
great.
love watching her on your videos, man. Yeah. I'm so excited that she's getting into it, and it was really cool to meet her in person at IAPA, because I mean, we talked via screens and phone and stuff, but I've never met her in person, and like she took the blue and the red pill. I mean, she's all about this life, and I think that's super cool that you have that kind of support, and that she is all in. Like she loves vending, which is super cool. I mean, Natalie's the same way, which I think is great, and so is Gabby. And the fact that we have that kind of support.
I was going to say, the three of us are truly lucky. I mean, My
Good
wife,
price, absolutely.
well,
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
in VVA, my wife fell in love with Natalie. Had the greatest time, and then it made it really nice where she was excited to see Dawn. And sure enough, when we met Dawn, Dawn was just so adorable. Like Gabriel's like, I love that she was like, I would really love the three see the three of them, the three of our gals.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're really lucky. We have great wives.
Absolutely,
Well, I mean,
absolutely, we are.
to take an idea like we did, that we're not the first to invent this by any means, and we're not any better than anybody else. And we basically took something that was going on that we thought was really interesting, and basically put all of our lives and money into it to see how it was going to go. You know what I mean? We basically flipped a coin, and for them to support us to flip that coin was pretty awesome. And the results have been phenomenal. I mean, we've all done really well, and everybody that seems to have gotten into it that enjoys it has done really well. It's not for everybody, I mean, claw
Yeah,
machines and vending machines and stuff is not. Don't feel bad if it's not for you, but for those that it is, that drink the Kool-Aid. I mean, it's all about what it's fun. Like, it's amusement, it's a blast, and
Yeah.
like, if you really get into it, and the I think the camaraderie of the Discord and everything that we're doing in there, I just think it's just a great community, and we're just having so much fun. And I think that it used to be so much of an old boys club, and I don't really feel like it's like that anymore. We have, I mean, like Natashka and all these other these girls that are just crushing it, like Moon Water Minerals, which is not Moon Water Minerals anymore, but I mean they're doing so well, and it's just awesome to see that they're excited about the stuff that is. I don't know. It's just great. I'm very excited. The more I go into Discord and hang out and talk to people and stuff, it's just a great community. And so, thank you everybody that's helping everybody in there, because there is a lot of new people, and it's just awesome. So very
yeah.
cool.
I was going to show you guys this. Do you see this?
Aw,
Rainey
that's,
sent that to me for my
That's so
my 10-year
cool.
anniversary.
oh,
She
that's really
made this
cool.
like I didn't even know. She sent me a gift, and it was really thoughtful. But it's fun.
Oh,
That's a
cool.
picture when we were at Disneyland.
That's really
That's
cool.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. There is a guy. Drex had a question. Let's see. Okay, so here we go. Got a
Glad to
lot.
see
Good. We
Drex
got
back. Welcome
questions.
back, Drex.
Yay, Drex. Okay, so any update on the vending tax person? So there is a few people that do actually do taxes in the Discord. Put a feeler out and say that you're looking for somebody. They don't want to be known, quote unquote, as like the vending tax person, but they are willing to help you. So they're in the Discord, but they don't want to announce that they're doing that for everybody, but they're willing to help some people. So put in there you're looking for some tax help, and then to instant message you or DM you, and then hopefully you'll get some help. But there is people in there that are actually doing that. So they're in there. They're just being incognito. So, but they because they don't want to let everybody know. So, which is understandable, and definitely. So put it in the Discord, Drex, and you'll get contacted. I'm pretty sure. So all right, next, David, for you.
Yes. Would you be doing a video on how the Magic Cut is doing, the pros and cons? So, funny thing about the Magic Cut, I learned something, a hard learn. So, I it's funny. It's funny. No, it's sad, but funny. There's a funny. So I just went over there and did a collection. And unfortunately, the Magic Hut didn't have a product in there because of this. What happened was, is I tied my rope, and I guess when I put my new prize in there and I tied it, I was in a hurry because at the mall and kids are coming around. That's the problem when you're in the mall. It's busy, and I'm tying the rope, and I didn't tie because it has a hook, and the hook pulls down, and if it's too loose, you could shake that rope and pop open the door, and I left it too loose, and someone shook it and popped open my prize. So I went through the whole last 10 days without a prize in there. Unfortunately, someone got a free prize, but the machine made some sales even without a product in there. It was really funny. So I paid like $50 with nothing in there.
People
So
like,
there's
I
a
don't know what this
learning
machine
curve.
does. Let me put some money in. Let's see what
Yeah,
happens, right?
yeah. So it was really funny. So I was talking to my buddy because it's Black Friday and Saturday, and it's funny because I did my mall collection today and I restocked it, retied it. I figured out what the problem was, and that's what I'm assuming happened. So I'm going to give a better update on that mini cut because it's so freaking cool. People when I put the toy in there, like that little RC car that I got from Alibaba. People are going over there like all the time and looking at that magic cut. I mean, it made $50 in sales with nothing in there. So you're telling you how the potential of putting a toy in there, a nice toy in there, it can do a lot of money. So that's what I got for an update, and we're just going to see how it does now with an actual prize in there. But the mall did really well, by the way. So I'm gonna make a I recorded it, and I'll just tell you guys in the stream. I did roughly around $1,400 in cash and coin for the 10 days, last 10 days, and I did just over $700 in credit card charges. So for the last 10 days, that mall did $2,100 for me.
Wow.
So awesome.
Yeah.
Like a boss.
Yeah, and then I haven't got I haven't gone over to the next mall, but tomorrow's the other mall, and I think my brother's actually going to go there, so I'm going to send him over that way.
So you said you recorded it though?
I recorded this one because I wasn't planning on recording, but when I first opened up and you'll see in my video, like I went to the outside machine, and I'm trying not to record as many collections because I don't want to be known just for collections and stuff like that. But I opened up that outside machine and I just saw this image of this money just overflowing and then quarters all over the place because I guess my quarter bin's misaligned, and I just like, wow, I gotta record this. This is incredible. So I recorded that, and I just kept doing it to finish the mall.
So for all the comments that we've gotten over the past few weeks, guys out there, all of you watching, new Xtreme vending video coming soon.
Yay.
Oh gosh, yeah, I guess so. Well, I didn't have so I'm doing the old-fashioned. I'm going to do a voiceover video, just because.
Okay.
Yeah.
No one will complain.
Not in the shower.
Yes, and Kevin just posted. Make sure you calibrate the string every time you restring it, David. I appreciate you saying that, and I did recalibrate, and I think that's a very good comment, Kevin. I knew better. I remember your wise words. And I did recalibrate it and stuff. But that was the funny thing, is no one actually cut the string, and that's why I think people were still playing it. It just, the door must have popped open. It had to do with, I realized when I tied it, that thing was almost all the way to the top. Like, you could just shake it and you could probably, the string would be loosened. So I made sure at the time my hook is pulled down, and I think it's going to do really well. I mean, it made $50 with no toys in it, so it's doing well, I guess.
It is a cool looking machine though, man. Like when it's all lit up and stuff, like it glows, you can see
bright.
it like a mile away. It looks really good. Like I love the colors. The purple's just, it looks really nice. So it's a good looking machine. And the nice part is that it's just like the minis where it can fit almost anywhere. So you can add that right next to, I mean, I think it's actually, what do you know offhand the measurements? I think it's smaller than what it's like 2-inch
20, no. 16 inches. It's 16 inches wide.
Yeah,
it's small. So, it's not that big. It's only a few inches wider than the Mega Mini.
Yeah, so that's smaller than a bulk stand. I mean, a bulk stand's 18 inches round.
Yep.
So I mean, that's even less space than what your bulk, a 2-inch bulk machine would take. So that's a great addition to any location. That's awesome. Yeah. Very cool.
Well, I wanted to let you guys know, if you put a really cool prize in that mini cut, because we have people, and we talked it was fun talking to Kevin about it, and I know who he's talking about. His name's Jesse in Texas. He put the Jordans in his machine, and he put them in the mall location. That mini cut is like making him $600 a week, it sounds like, or something crazy. Like he was showing me screenshots of $200 in a day. And so you put the prizes in there, that mini cut will make money. It's just you have to be careful what state you're in, because I know Arizona has a limit, and I have to be careful what I put in there. That's why I was real excited about my Alibaba RC car. I put in the States, you buy this RC car for $100 and some odd dollars, but you buy on Alibaba, you're underneath that threshold of $35. So
yeah. So I want to go back up. Comp Magic asked a lot. He dropped a lot of does.
Where did you copy paste all that from? Come on now, you weren't typing that fast.
That was pretty crazy. So but these are great questions and great topics. So maybe we'll cover a few of them real fast. because we don't have anything. Let's see. Yeah, so we'll get down there. Okay. So first one says regulations and permits. Do you want to read that since you have the voice?
Sure. Now this answer is going to be different everywhere. So
yeah,
keep that in mind. So regulations and permits. What are the legal requirements and regulations for operating claw machines in your area? Do you need any specific permits or licenses to run a claw machine business? In my area, yes.
Yeah, in our area, no.
Yeah. See, I need
check with the county.
Or your state or everything, both. Check with all of those things.
Yeah.
Your township, your county, your state.
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you. But in California, from what I understand, different counties have different rules. So, in California is a big state, so it looks skinny, but it's really long. And so it's different in different counties, from what I understand. I don't think you need licenses like you do, Matt. Like, I don't think it's to that.
They're not as strict in California. They're very laid back. I've talked to 3 or 4 different vendors in California from the Discord, and they all told me, like, man, they're really laid back, and they actually can piggyback off the business license of the store that they put their machines in. Like, they're so laid back. So
I wish they do that with coin pushers. That'd be amazing, but that's not the case. So. Right. All right, second one is location. Go ahead.
All right, location. How will you select the locations for your claw machines? What criteria will you use to determine the suitability of a location?
Drop some knowledge.
Funny story.
Go ahead, David.
Or no, Matt. Well, Matt's got a really cool story.
All right, so funny story. So not only did I bring back the electronic bulk vending machine from candymachines.com back from IAPA, but I also brought back a super mini claw machine. And I'm currently working on locating that super mini claw machine. And this new anime shop opened up, and I thought, I go in, they've got gacha machines, they've got like some stuff. So I thought like they might be into it, but I've kind of been scoping the place out, and I haven't seen any customers go in or come out. Every time I'm there, it's always empty. But I actually went in to shop because, I see Natasha in the Discord showing off all the cool anime stuff she has and how much people are playing for it. So I went into the shop and I was like, I'm going to scope the shop and I'm going to talk to the owner and kind of see how I feel about maybe pitching the idea. And long story short, I didn't pitch because I don't think that place is going to be there very long with the service I got. But I did buy something, so I thought that was cool. But I think everyone's opinion or answer is going to be different as far as what type of requirements or criteria, as you say, you're going to use when it comes to locating a machine. Because remember this, if you have a machine in your house or in your garage or anything like that, it's going to make more money no matter what kind of location it is than it is at your house. So if you can find any location to get it there, get it there. But then, maybe always be thinking about a better location. I don't know. David, you're probably the master, though, when it comes to criteria for a claw machine. What are your thoughts?
So I have become I went into the point where I'm raising the bar a bit because I realized that Jonathan Howard's the reason why I actually raised the bar, because he got himself Logans and stuff like that. And it's not that I'm not going to go for everything and everything I see. It's just like I realized I can put machines in steakhouses and nicer places, but when I see a place, an opportunity, I just go for it. Like I'll look at it and I'm like, this is a good location. I'll walk in, I'll do my little scouting around, find a place where I need to plug it in at, and I'll have a machine on hand, and then that's when I start my pitch. I see if the owner's there or not. I just try to stay away from corporations as much as possible. But if I find out a franchise of a corporation, it's all game, man. I'm going in there. I got a game plan, and I'll most likely get a no, but it doesn't matter because at least I'll know the answer. I'd rather get a no than not know or never try. So
for us, the first thing that I do, because we have a bunch of machines on the way that we're getting a bunch of minis coming in, and we just swapped out some minis for Magic Keys. So we have all these minis that we have that are going to be in house. So what I do is you watch a video. David did a really good video on this on hunting locations and using Google Maps and that kind of stuff to find locations and see images of the inside of the location, and that we've talked about on our live streams. But the first thing I look for is traffic. So you make sure that they are a busy location, because that is what, it doesn't matter if you have people that are diehard claw fans and they're the only ones that come into a location. How often are they going to come into that location versus 300 or 400 people a day is a big difference between 3 that are going to play the machine. So also, secondly, we look for where you're going to be sitting and waiting to be seated, or that you're waiting for a drink, or you're waiting for ice cream, or whatever you're waiting for. Where are the kids going to be, and what is it near schools? I mean, there's all kinds of stuff like that you can check out. But I think the big things are, how busy they are, who's the clientele, and what location is it in, and those are the first 3 things. And then the things that David and I talk about all the time, and same with Matt when we were talking about his new machines he's got, like his mini. We spent like dinner talking about, there is a lot of really nice steakhouses, and people don't think of restaurants like that where you're going to be sitting and waiting for a table for 30 to 45 minutes if you don't make a reservation, and they've got nothing to do with screaming kids and stuff like that hanging out. And the parents have no problem giving them a $20 bill and saying, go play the machine for 20 minutes while we're sitting there, 30 minutes waiting for the machine, waiting for our table. Yep. So they're there to eat a nice dinner. They're there to spend money, and they don't have a problem giving the kid money to make sure that they're happy for the time that they're waiting for a table, because otherwise they're going to be bouncing all over the walls, waiting to get seated and stuff. And that's why when you go to restaurants like Applebee's, you go to like a Red Lobster, you go to an Olive Garden, what do? They always give the kid a piece of paper with some crayons. And the reason is they got to keep them occupied. And so those locations know that. And when you go in and tell them, like, do you give them paper with crayons and stuff? Or like, how do you keep the kids entertained? And they're like, no, we don't have anything like that. And it's like, well, here's your answer, Like I said, I mean, my kids do all the talking anymore. So I don't, they're the ones that get their own locations and they do it all themselves. But they've gotten really good at finding those kind of locations. And anywhere, even if it's a mom and pop ranch house, steakhouse place, they're going to be waiting for a table. So it's a great place to do that. And the longer that the adults can sit and chat and the kids aren't bored, the better time the parents are going to have too. So those are the kind of stuff that we look for. And I think that David and Matt are right. I mean, that's you think that a location would be great, like the anime shop, but if nobody goes in there, it doesn't matter if you have Sanrio in your machine. Like, if there's nobody there to play it, what's the point? So I mean, that's it. So next question.
All right. Next question is from Comp Magic is competition. Who are your competitors in the area? What is their market share? What will you set your claw machine business apart from others? That's a great question.
It is a good question.
Because I'm actually friends with some of the other vendors in my area. Mm-hmm. Not to the point where I've given them keys to my machine in case I need help, or vice versa. But, I see them at the Arcade auctions all the time. I talk to them all the time. See them from time to time. If I'm in a restaurant that they already have their machine there and I see it's low on plush or something like that, I'll shoot them a message and say, hey, this spot, your plush is low. But, just like we've always said, there's room for everyone in this business. There's always new locations popping up. There's always room out there for everyone. So I don't really worry about the competition too much. I just worry about me. And what I do is I focus on service. That's what I'm going to say sets my business apart from anyone else. I don't know what kind of service he provides or another vendor provides, but I just know that I'm going to provide great service, and that's what I'm going to sell.
I think too, like you said, that we don't worry about competition either, because they're doing it for the kids and their business, and they're there every week. They make sure it's clean. They make sure it's full. They're taking care of everything they're supposed to take care of. So if somebody comes in and offers them money and they don't want us there anymore, then we don't want to be there. And I don't, and the kids, I mean, we've had quite a few conversations like that with them, saying like, what would you do? And they're like, we'll go somewhere else. I'm like, that's awesome. That's the kind of feeling you should have, because you don't really want to be somewhere where you're feeling like they're going to be watching you or looking over your shoulder. But there's like we do, we try to,
there's nothing worse than having anxiety about going to visit one of your own machines. Right? It's no fun. We've all been there. We've all had those locations.
Yeah, I pulled my machines out.
Yeah,
that location. I was really trying to work with that lady, and she yelled at me in front of her customers because it's in the past, so probably should bring it back up.
No reason to dwell on it, but we've all been there.
for doing this now, we've been doing a little over 2 years now, and I would almost put money down on the fact that if somebody came in and said that they wanted to pay for our location or whatever, and the place went with them, it's going to end bad. It's not going to be a good relationship, and either for either person. And if we went back there in 6 months, I guarantee you they probably want us back. And so that's the kind of thing that you need to realize, is that people that are cutthroat like that, or that are going to try to undercut you, or just drop a machine somewhere or something, like, have a conversation with the owner. If they're not on your side after they just drop a machine, like, or whatever it is, or they add something, and you say, you're cutting into my money, in my business. And if they're like, oh, well, sorry, they gave us whatever. And it's like, okay, then I'm out. And feel good about that choice. The fact that you're not fighting with somebody else for a location. And we've got quite a few vendors in our area, surprisingly, for how remote we are. And we all get along just fine, and they're always checking in with each other, and we don't want to step on each other's toes, and I try to help them as much as we can. And so, yeah, very good. The good question. That was a really good question. So next one.
Next one, machine quality and suppliers. Where will you source your claw machines? Well, I think there's, we've talked about that a lot. Candy machines, AZ Amusements,
Alibaba, Rainy,
places like that. And what features will they have? Have you researched and identified reputable sellers and machines? Yeah, I mean, we talk about that every week. We talk about candymachines.com. I mean, you've got Jonathan here selling for AZ Amusements. Yeah. So you've got multiple, people here, and multiple, successful stories of buying machines, getting machines, no issues there. I think that's pretty easy.
And I'll be the first to tell you that we have Candy machines. David has Rainy machines, and we haven't gotten it yet. We want some really bad just to try them out, because David, he talks about how great they are, and I'd love to have some on our route just to see how they do. Like, there's no ill will in any of these machines, because we have them on location, and I can tell you that there's no better customer service than candymachines.com. Their machines are great. AZ Amusements machines that we, that I work for and then I sell part-time are awesome too. But it just depends on what's good for you and what you're looking for and what the benefits are. And I think that they're all great machines, and they all do a great job, and they all bring you in really good money. So, it just depends on what kind of look do you want? Where's it going to go? What are you looking for customer service? What are you looking for? Whatever. There's a lot of little things like that, but they all pretty much work the same. It just depends on, what's important to you. How soon do you need them? That kind of stuff. So anyways, there's a lot of options, but they're definitely, those are the top three that we got to say that you definitely, even if you order from China and you order Rainy's machines, you're getting a quality product, and it gets delivered to you, and you get what you pay for, which is awesome. So it doesn't matter which one you order from, as long as you know what you're getting and choose what you want. So yeah, I got to scroll down a little bit here because I saw something pop up.
While we were doing that, I did see a super chat come in from
I was there. Let me find it. There it is. Okay, so
there's those air horns you guys all love.
Sorry. Okay.
Waco's Car Wash channel, Elevators More, with a $5 super chat, says, last Saturday I rode the elevator at Providence Hospital in Waco, and when I reached the top, it struggled to level at the floor.
Oh, that's creepy.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't like that.
How are there vending machines there? I'll bet it's run by a big vending company there at that hospital.
So I got to tell you guys that I screamed like a little girl when we went, because we went to
the Terror Tower.
The Tower of Terror at Disneyland, and with Grant, and we went on that ride, and I haven't been on it since California Adventure like 15 years ago, and it's
better at Disney World.
Oh my god, I don't like quick drops and stuff, so I was like screaming. And if you had me on video, it would be probably the most embarrassing video you've ever seen. And Grant was laughing at me because I was like squeezing him.
I don't know. Embarrassing bowling video over here.
It's funny. So they made a movie of that ride, right? There's a Disney movie of that ride. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah. We just watched it yesterday, my wife and I. Last night, I wanted to show it to her because we rode the ride at Disney World. And I was like, there's a movie. It was made in 1997. You know who plays in there? Do you know the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire and Mary Jane?
Mm-hmm.
So Mary Jane is the
Kirsten
plays in
Dunst.
there. Yeah, she plays in there. She's a lot younger because it's 1997, but she plays the niece in that show. Anyways, she helps out with her uncle, and they solve the mystery of what happened in the Tower of Terror. So, anyways, it's a movie back in '97.
Seeing a trailer or something like that back in the '90s, but I've never seen the movie.
Yeah, it's an old movie, but it was funny because we watched it. It's not a bad movie, but it's like they actually used, like, you could see the Disney World Tower of Terror. I'm pretty sure they used the actual like scenery and stuff from it. Like, it looks perfect, or maybe it's just a really good set. I don't know, but it was Disney, so
sure.
I got a question in between Comp Magic's questions from Jorge Silvera.
All right. The question is, what's the reasonable percentage you would give a business to having your claw machine? Do you guys think 60-30 is the max to give out? Meaning that you would keep 60 and give them 30, I'm guessing?
That's only 90.
Yeah.
What happened to the other 10?
Yeah.
Oh, the other 10 goes to Jonathan Howard's Yao.
Yeah, we take checks. Just kidding.
There we go.
Yeah.
I think you're going to get a lot of mixed answers there too, but I think 30 is probably going to be the max that you'll hear on the on what the commission would be.
So just so you guys know, there's an old timers thing where they tell people they give them 50% commission for locations, and we're the first to tell people, because we actually have one location, well, actually two, that we're talking to that they asked about this, and we explained it to them, because they were saying that people that had been there before they kicked out were giving them 50% of whatever they made, and we explained to them the realistic or the real thing about how that works. And so make sure you explain to your locations, like, how you divvy it up, and how and the expenses that you have, and the things that you have to go through to get that product to them, and to service the machine, and the gas, and the time, and all the stuff. Make sure they know that you're like legit, like into what you're doing, and that there is a lot of costs involved, because most people don't think it. They're like, oh, you just stick some toys in the machine, and then that's how easy it is. And it's not. I mean, you've got to source all those toys. You got to buy all those toys. You got to put everything together. You got to go to the location. You got to drive there. You got to pay the gas. I mean, you got to do all the stuff to get that stuff to their location. And if it was that easy, then every store would just have their own claw machine. And that's why sometimes you'll see people in the Discord say, oh, well, our location, bought their own machine. And it's like, well, I give that 6 months max, because they're not going to find
you leave your business card. You tell them, call me when you're tired of running it, and we'll make a deal.
Yeah, and you'll probably end up buying the machine for half of what they paid for it, and you'll take care of it, and they'll know like how hard it is to do what you do. And we're honest about all that, and the kids, and Amelia's really good. She's like, oh, I'm out in the garage all the time putting everything together, and all the time, because she puts a lot of time and effort in. And Sam was with me all day today. I took him out of school early so we can go to install this Magic Key, which I probably shouldn't say on the internet, but yeah, I pulled him out of school. We went and installed it, and they put their time and effort into it, and it's important to them. And I think that's when you figure out your things, it's not 50%. It's more like 30% max. You should be getting them. And don't start with 30%. Start with 10, or start with a location fee.
Or don't offer it.
Yeah.
Just see feel it out. I mean,
we don't offer.
Jonathan Howard pays 0% on 90% of his stuff, 95%.
All of them still. We're still we're still at 0% commission on all of our locations.
You know what I could do with the extra 30% that I pay out on average? I would be, let's see, I pull in about $30,000. I pay out about $9,000 a month. An extra $9,000 a month would be really nice every single month.
Can you imagine? And the thing is that the only time that Amelia offers it, or Sam, because they go together now, they do it together as a team, is if they say that they're not sure, at the end of them talking to them, say, well, is there anything else? They'll say, and Amelia does it really well. She's like, well, is there anything I haven't answered for you? It's like, are there any questions that you had or something? Like, I don't understand, because everybody loves our machine. It's like, we're really good at what we do. Like, that's what she says. And it's really cute the way she says it. She's like, I'm really good at what I do, and it's like so cute. And they're like, no, we're just wondering, because it takes up space and whatever. And she knows right away they're wanting to know about getting paid for the location, the spot, And she says, well, we can pay you commission. And then she'll go into the whole commission conversation. But by the time of it, they don't want it. They just want to be offered that commission.
Yeah.
And feel like they're worth it. And when she gets done, she's like, I will take care of you, and that's what it's about. Take care of them and they'll be very happy.
Correct.
They don't want problems, like this whole thing right now that I had my call, like my owner doesn't want this. He doesn't want somebody coming to his counter and saying it's only giving me 1 credit for $1 when it's supposed to be 4 credits per dollar. Fix this problem with your vendor. They don't want that conversation. So usually we don't have those conversations. So for us, like me right now, while I'm on the live stream, I'm thinking like, how am I going to get over there and get this fixed? Like
you're going right after the stream, aren't you? I know you.
I'm going right after, me,
because
it's 45-minute drive, but I don't care because I'm worried about that owner that I just spent so much time with today and was so excited about our machine, and then now they're dealing with this, and I feel like a jerk.
But I know you're going to go out right after because I think all 3 of us are in the same boat. We'd all be going right after this. In fact, you're probably like, hey, can you guys handle the stream for a bit? Like, I got to go fix this.
What's funny is that I'm
it's going to bother you the whole time.
In my brain, I'm trying to figure out how am I going to talk Natalie into going with me. Because we can go together, like kind of like a little mini date. There
you go.
And,
do they have boba there?
Tired.
Tell her you're going to buy her a boba.
That's what's going on in my brain. Is like, how am I going to tell her to go with me?
Yeah.
So that's me. But anyways, So that was really good, you guys. That was awesome.
For sure. We had a super chat come in while we were talking about that. Let's address the super chat real quick.
Sure.
I don't know how to say this username. I'm gonna say ZocNavi1. Hopefully that's right. I don't know.
ZocNavi, yeah.
ZocNavi1. $10 super chat. Thank you for that. It says, thank you guys for all your help. My 11-year-old daughter and I own 4 mini claw machines. Who's that sound like?
Yeah.
We are 3 weeks into this. What are some key things she should say when trying to land a location? I feel like, is Amelia home? I feel like Amelia needs to come answer.
She's over at her friend's house, but she'll be home soon. And just so you know, ZocNavi, Amelia's more than happy to talk to your daughter. She's all about that. That's why we started this nonprofit, was to help kids do this thing. And she would love, I guarantee, I don't want to speak for her, but I know that she would love to talk to her and to meet somebody from somewhere else that's as excited about this as she is. So
arrange with Jonathan. He puts his phone number on everything. Just give him a call, and then you can put the daughters on the phone together, and they can talk about it.
Well, I'm sure they'll be, they'll be TikTok, Instagram, Facebook buddies in
something
no time.
Like that.
Yeah, sure. And they'll, and that's the thing, is that they're into the same stuff, and they're because Amelia just turned 12, so she, in November or November 3rd, so. They're about the same age, and so they'll be interested. But I think that's so cool, and I commend you for getting her going. And she'll do awesome. But Amelia's got it down, and it would be a great conversation with her to have, because Amelia won't let me film her. I've tried several times, but she's got this mojo that she gets in. She gets in this mode, and it's really because kids are kids. So she's in the mode for like an hour and a half, and then that's it. You know what I mean? She's out of the mode. Yeah. So I get her while she's hot, because she's all about it and she's excited. But then she's like, let's just get Bubba and go home. And I'm like, no problem. I totally get it. So I think that with her help, she will do great, because the owners love to see kids getting into this. And that's what the nonprofit's about. So very cool. Awesome. Okay. So I got that. Let me go back up. A lot of good questions or comments, especially Comp Magic. Thank you for doing this on your list. So he said he had a list that he made, he or she. I don't know if Comp Magic is he or she. Had a list that they made with questions, which is cool. So then they just basically took their questions and posted them, which is awesome.
I was going to say there was way too much info or detail to be just typing it out. There was copy paste going on there. So I figured there was a list.
Very cool. Okay, so next one is there we are. So competition we did. Okay, so machine quality suppliers. Okay, maintenance. All right, David, hit maintenance.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of maintenance, I had to do maintenance today. Always bring your tools with you when you go to your collections, because you never know. Yep. So when I was at the mall location, I actually didn't even record this part. I thought about recording it. I should have. But so one of my little buttons on my joysticks, for all the machines, one of them popped off. And fortunately, it was still there. I didn't have to use any spare parts. But it only takes 5 minutes to do. But I had to use an Allen key set. So make sure you bring Allen key sets. You want to bring your screw gun, your screwdrivers. Any extra parts are always nice to have too, but maintenance is a part of the job. Fortunately, claw machines, I can speak for claw machines. Matt can tell you about other machines because he does it all. But claw machines, in my opinion, are the easiest machines to maintain. Everything seems to be very simple and basic, and parts can be easily replaced by just pulling off a few screws and popping out. And obviously, you want, if you're going to do anything electrical, turn off the machine and mess with it. Yeah, but
I think that I couldn't believe the only thing that's hard for me and Sam both, because we have big hands, is getting into like certain spots to fix certain things because they're so small. I mean, the machines are small. Even the 24-inch, and then some of our toy soldiers, you got to bend like all the way across the whole thing to like get into stuff. Yeah. Is being old and getting into the spots that you need to get into. Other than that, like they're really simple and everything's super inexpensive to replace. That's what's great about it. Like gantries are really cheap. I mean, the whole setup, and claws are only like $25. I mean, like it's not expensive if you need stuff, and they're usually really easy fixes. So the things that are expensive are like your parts that you need mostly to take money. Those are your most expensive parts, like your DBAs and your credit card readers and those types of things. But I mean, CoinMex are $25. I mean, they're really inexpensive, but those kind of parts are a little more pricey, but they do a lot of stuff, and they're different. But like the gantries and stuff are pretty inexpensive. So I don't think you need like a technology, like license or anything to fix these things. And I learned most of what I learned. I watched from watching David and Matt on their repair videos, and even 720 Vending on some of his stuff for on our full line machines, because I have no idea on those, and it's not that hard. You can do it, and there's plenty of stuff out there or people you can call. So definitely.
Or you can just join the Discord too.
There you go. And there's a whole channel just for that stuff.
That's right.
So
all right. Okay, we were talking about this earlier, pricing and profitability. The question is, how long or how will you set the pricing of your claw machines? What is the expected return on investment, and how long will it take to break even? So, you guys want to take that one?
Very quick.
I just do mine around, depending on how much I pay in commission, obviously, 1 in 8, 1 in 10, 1 in 12. And then the money to get back on the gamer minis and such, they usually get their money back within a month. So return on investment's really fast.
So my thing is that you always base our rate. We almost all of our machines are at, except for our big machines, just because the prices are bigger and more expensive. Mm-hmm. Is always 1 in 8. That's just what we run ours at. Some people are saying, like I watched a video last night, they're saying, 1 in 5 is the standard, and I don't think that's true. I think they're more 1 in 6 and above. I don't think anybody's down in the 5 or 4 range anymore, unless they're putting in fidget poppers or something in their machine.
You've got a bunch of generic prizes. Yeah, you obviously your costs are a lot lower, so you can afford to have those wins a lot more frequently. But then keep in mind too, you're going to be servicing those machines a lot more too.
Yeah. So the thing with with ours is that we're ordering stuff from the States. Which is a little pricier on some of our stuff, and then we're ordering some stuff from China. But our prices range from 30 cents to $1.50 to $1.75, depending on what prices we're putting in our machines. So for us, we got to cover our costs, and the average that we kind of find was kind of the good one was about 1 in 8. And that seems to do really well. And we run ours on random. We don't run it on fixed. So it just depends. It'll pick somebody between the 1 and 8 that does it. And that seems to be a good profit margin for us. But if you are ordering less expensive prices, then definitely go lower. But you're going to get the plays no matter what, honestly. Like as long as you have good prizes in your machine, they'll play it. If it doesn't matter how often they win so much, but winners do make players. So you want to have winners. And that's why I think that rate is so good, because it's not crazy, like nobody wins, but it's also not like where people are winning tons. Just because our locations that we have are people walking in the door and going there and getting some food or doing something and then leaving. It's not somewhere that, you know, like an arcade where they're there all day playing, or, you know, somewhere that they're there a lot. It's like they're kind of one-off people. So it's definitely depends on the location too.
Yeah, we'll
but
call those casual players.
Yeah, casual players. So what is your rate at, David, most of the time?
1 in 10 to 1 in 12, but that's because
Yeah.
I usually pay 30%. And
Yeah.
then it depends, you know, like how, if the location, so here's the thing, if the location is like making me where I have to come back every other day or something like that, I do 1 in 12 because I don't want to drive all the way back over here. I'm trying to, not that I'm trying to be stingy, it's just I don't want to drive here every single 3 days. So I put it
Right.
in 1 in 12 to make it last longer. But you know what? With the new gamer minis that I've been getting, there's a whole nother 4 inches of like build, and I've been like thinking. So I went through and upgraded all these OG minis to Mega minis, and now I gotta go back through and upgrade all my Mega minis to like gamer minis eventually. So it's like, dang it, I just got done upgrading all my routes. So and it's probably just gonna get better and better as time goes on. But it's so much fun. I mean.
That's
Having these.
something that I never considered, and that's a really good point, is how often do you want to go back? That's not something that I ever thought of when I was factoring in that, because ours are set up with the 1 in 8 where we're there once a week. So if you don't plan on being there once a week, you know, usually a layer and a half is gone by the time we get there in a week. And, you know, we like to go in a week anyways because we like our machines to be clean and full. And it's amazing when you fill up a machine, like you look at you're watching your Nayax app or whatever you're looking at, and it's all of a sudden there's $50 in like in an hour.
So true.
And it's because you filled it up and it looks full and it looks enticing and there's lots of good stuff in there. When it's empty and there's things laying sideways and whatever, and Jen Ven, covered this in her talk on MVVA. It is about how it looks. Yeah. And when we fill it up, it just gangbusters. Like by the end of the week, you know, the plays are like half of what they were in the beginning of the week just because the machine was full. So it's almost like you want to have all these businesses yourself so you can be there all day and just fill up the machine just because it does
right.
well when it's full. But it does make a big difference on how the machine looks. Make sure everything's facing forward, like Jen Ven says. You know, make sure that she does funny stuff where she puts them sideways with like weird looks, and you know, like she does fun stuff like that, and it's enticing when you have the right stuff in your machine. And you'll see we posted pictures of our machines in the Discord and what we put in them, and it is enticing no matter what age or whatever, because there's just good stuff in there, and I think that's what matters. So definitely cool. We talked about breaking evens, we got that covered. Okay, good. So insurance, David, hit it.
Oh, okay. So we have an insurance that we use currently right now called Next Insurance. Next Insurance, I have that on my route when I do all my locations. I have talked to a manager of Next Insurance, worked my way up. I actually have a video recording of my conversation, or voice recording, not video recording, of my conversation. They cover claw machines, and they're a great starter insurance company for the policies. My entire route is covered for like $28 a month with them. So very nice to have some sort of insurance. And insurance is very important because you never know when there will be an incident. I've had only one incident in 4 years of doing this, and nothing came of it. But it's nice to have the insurance there just in case if you need it. So yeah, Next Insurance. And if you guys want to sign up for that, that's actually the insurance that Quick Play uses for their mall location and their route. It's in the Discord. There is a link in there, and you can go click over there and support your YouTubers with that affiliation link. So and help us out. So.
Oh, is there a super chat? Here we go. How did I say that?
Candy machines?
Navi,
oh, I thought you were trying to read the message. That's pretty easy. I can read that one.
The username. Did we say it was
Colmex? He said it's his name backwards. It's Ivan Cox backwards.
Ivan. Well, that's easy.
Yeah.
You had us all confused. Anyway, Ivan says candy machines or versus Lefang. Who wins reliability?
Oh boy, you're putting it on the spot here. That's awful to kits.
I really think they use a lot of the same parts, don't they? I mean,
they're very similar. Like I got this machine. The only reason why this machine's back here, and I don't know if it shows up in the camera because we're splitting thirds, but the only reason why it's back there and retired is because that's my very first one, and I upgraded to a Mega Mini, and this machine still works, and it's over 4 years old. And I'm sure that any people get machines from Candy Machines or Grant, they're all going to work, and they're going to work for many, many, many years. I remember when I first started, I was really nervous because I was told that this machine wouldn't even last a year. 4 years later, it still works, and I have machines that are still working, that are still this model out, and they do really well. So it just depends on what. Don't worry about the quality of the machine because they're all good quality and good spec. I mean, what I'm trying to say, the liability. Don't worry about the liability. It's what you prefer and you want to buy for your personal route because you're going to be happy with the Candy Machines machine. You're going to be really happy with customer service. You're going to be happy with a Rainy machine. You're going to be happy with a Grant machine. You're going to be happy just whatever machine. Get yourself that location and start producing that money. Is my recommendation.
Customer service is key, especially if you want parts. You need stuff. You have a location where something's down and you need something right away. You don't want to be waiting for something, and you don't want to have issues a lot. So you want a product that's reliable, and you want to be able to get parts quickly if you need them. We highly recommend, and so does David, that if you order something from Rainy, from China, or somebody from China, you order something from them, make sure you order extra parts. So
yes,
you
it's
order
always nice to have extra.
another motherboard, you order another power supply, you order another gantry, you order another claw, you order an extra DBA, you order all those things included with your order of your machines. So then that way, if something goes down, even if you don't know how to do it, you can always get on and get tech support from them on how to install it.
Yeah.
But at least you have the parts. Otherwise, you're going to be 2 to 4 weeks out without parts.
Probably about 2 weeks because you can ship them by fast air. But Rainy does. That's a good thing Jonathan's pointing out. Rainy does supply you with extra parts when you order and from bulk from her. Depending on how many you order, she'll give you a bunch of extra parts. Like when I ordered 10 machines, I'll have extra gantries, extra motherboards, extra coin mechs, extra everything. So you don't have to worry about that. But that's a very good point. If you're ordering from Rainy, make sure you have extra parts. Maybe even add parts to your order because you don't want to be out 2 weeks. But then here's the advantage with Kevin with Candy Machines. And I think this is what you're getting at. Kevin's here in the States. Kevin's got they're in Utah and Michigan or something like that. So Illinois, that's where it is. And so if you need a part, they usually get it with you and within a day or two. Like I mean, Kevin's shipped me out stuff and I gotten them. Well, it seemed like the very next day, and I'm in Arizona, so you can't beat that.
The thing that I've learned, because now that I've actually been selling these things and helping out Easy Amusements and stuff, because we were just buying them like everybody else, is that it doesn't matter how good the product is, it's got to get here. So all the machines come from China, then they come to port, then they get offloaded. So you got loaded into the container, offloaded the container, put onto a truck, taken to another location, then shipped from there to you on another truck. So by the time they get to you, they're not in the condition that they left the factory in. So, and you always have things like electronics that, they just have problems sometimes. So you may get a perfectly good machine, turn it on, and I think I've only had, I can count maybe 2 or 3 things that we've had issues with Golden House machines. Like we had one board and something else, but it's just random where like you want to be able to get the stuff that you need or have the extra parts because it's not the manufacturer's problem or whatever. It could just be just getting to you. There's a problem, like it's got a long ways to go to get here. And I think you got to understand you're still ordering from the States, but it also came from China. So it had to get here before that. So even if it sat in the warehouse in the United States for 3 or 4 months and then all of a sudden loaded onto a pallet and then sent off to you, there's a lot going on in that poor little machine before it actually shows up at your house. And then, then it's got to work. So it's got to be transported and work by the time it gets to you, and things just happen. And you want to make sure that you, like David said with Rainy, that, you either you order in bulk enough that she includes those things, or you just order them as part of what you're doing. So you have the parts on hand, or you order from Candy Machines or AZ Amusements where things are only a couple days away, versus 2 to 3 weeks away. We can overnight you things. So I mean, you can have things at your location the next day set up and ready to go. So that's a big difference in what you're doing. But these machines, like we've got, I mean, David, for example, he's got over 100 machines on location. How many parts have you replaced in the past year?
It's hard to say. Maybe like just a few of
3
them,
or 4, maybe?
Yes, well, maybe. Well, so yeah, it's about 3 or 4. It's hard to say. I got over 100 machines. I don't really have any problems. I mean,
Yeah.
the most common problem I had was the gantry, because the gantry uses the most. Which I have tons of spare gantries. Rainey sent me so many freaking gantries. I got a whole warehouse of gantries and stuff. So, I got parts like crazy.
We have 3 candy machines on location with the minis. Never replaced anything on those 3 machines. I've got quite a few golden houses. I don't know how many there are now. In 2 years that we've had those on location, the same with the candy machines, I've replaced 1 joystick and 1 button in 2 years on those machines. That's it. I've sent them off to people and they've gotten them. They worked for a few weeks, and then all of a sudden we had like that one motherboard issue, replaced within overnight, new motherboard working just fine. But they just don't. They're really good machines. Like the quality of what's coming out now is a whole different animal what used to be, and they're very reliable. So it's always good to have backup and parts. Like we've got, I think, 4 joysticks and 4 buttons in our garage. We got 3 DVAs, 3 gantries and stuff we just have on hand. But I don't use them, but I have them just in case something goes wrong, because I don't want to be down. And like we talked about earlier, like at a location where I don't even know what's going on, and like I'm there. You know what I mean? We want it fixed and we want it done. And I'm guessing Amelia might go with me too when she gets home, because she was kind of sad that she didn't get to go do the magic key today. So she might go with me to go fix it. But it's one of those things where, have the backup just in case, and always have those parts on hand. So anyways, we got on a rant there, but
yeah, no, you're exactly right though. Like I saw in the comments, Kevin even said great things about Rainey's shipping. He's gotten some stuff from Rainey really fast, and also love for claw machines too.
But I mean, look at candy machine shipping. Look at our shipping. Like,
oh yeah,
to get those machines to you like on these trucks where these guys just don't care. We've had they'll stick forklifts through machines. I mean, they just don't. They just don't care. It's not their stuff, and it's got to get to you. So we can protect it as much as we can, but things are going to happen. And so as long as people understand that, it's got.
I got a machine actually shipped to me from one of our local vendors in the Discord. It's just starting out, and I feel so bad for him. The machine looked great until it got delivered. And, yeah, I'm so sad. So UPS can be. You gotta be careful when you're ordering machines and stuff like that. UPS can be really mean to machines. That's something that Krabby Claw had to deal with too.
Well, I know that Kevin has a heck of a time with FedEx sometimes, and it's like because they ship a lot of stuff FedEx, and it's just like it's like you feel like they stuck it on the top of a hill and they just rolled it down,
tumbled it down,
and they're like, here it is, and it's like, okay, the box is not even square anymore at this point. Like, how does it even get to that point? But it's got a long ways to go. So be patient with your delivery. Make sure you have backup parts. But in the grand scheme of things, and Matt knows, because he's like us, where we've got an old toy soldier from like the 80s or 90s or whatever it is, and a big choice and all these machines, they'll last a long time. I mean, they're still built really well, and they'll work for you a long time. But definitely give them a break till they get there, because they got a long ways to go. So, all right. Back to
I did see, actually, before you jump over that, I did see a super chat come in. Who was it for? It was for Dean Brown. You see that one?
Oh yeah.
There we go. Says, you guys have a good Thanksgiving? Absolutely, we did. Right?
Yeah.
It was great, but I was sick.
Yeah, I know. He had to sit by himself in the house while everybody else ate food. Right.
My wife.
Do you want to highlight his comment right before that too? Because I think it's a good segue to talk about our giveaway.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, Dean Brown says Galaxy Games making those big collections on that new key catcher machine. Yeah, if you guys watch the video,
want to do it?
Yeah, I love the key catcher.
Go ahead.
Like I said in the previous videos, I'm really disappointed that I can't sign up for these kind of giveaways because, man, if I could get a chance to get one of these things, I would just love it. Matt himself said it. If you didn't hear it earlier, Matt did his monthly long collection. He did over $600 for this monthly collection with the key catcher. He's killing it. This machine right here will be shipped to you. You have a chance to win this. Just by signing up, you go in the Discord. The link is in there. There's actually a channel you clicks on for the giveaway. It brings you to candymachines.com. You can sign up. Make sure you are supporting candymachines.com, Quick Play, Galaxy Games 843 channel, myself, and the Howard Hospitality Group. This is being given away by candymachines.com. An amazing machine right here. So those who don't know what the key catcher is, basically, as you can see the 4 colored different doors down there, they each have individual toys. There are 4 keys hidden inside your claw machine. If the player finds that key, they put an extra money in there, try to find that key. If they find the key, they'll maybe put an extra $5, try to win the key. Maybe it takes another $10 or whatever. Once the player wins the key, they get one of those prizes to the matching key color. But it's really amazing. A really beautiful machine, a great design. I love that it's Quick Play logo design too. We love Quick Play. I think many of us all started because of Quick Play's inspiration. So amazing giveaway. Are you back, Jonathan?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay. I didn't want. I was just trying to get going, rapidly. But I love this. Yeah.
But yeah, guys, it's an awesome machine. You're definitely gonna love it if you get your hands on one. It's doing really well for me, as you can see. So
crushing it.
You guys get rich. Yes.
Those prize lockers built in the claw machines are an amazing machine. Like they're just amazing. They really increase the sales a lot. So
yeah, like I posted today, like we've been upgrading a lot of our locations to those types of machines, and they've just been doing really, really, really good for us. So highly recommend having at least a prize locker on your machine of some kind. And then if you can have the multiple prize lockers like the key catcher or the magic key or something like that, they're definitely eye catchers, and people will get very excited about it. So I know that the kids today that were there and they saw the prizes just kind of sitting in the machine ready to be put down in the lockers, they went ballistic. They're like, no way, is that a PlayStation? That's so cool. They're like freaking out, and we're like,
yes,
okay, it's okay. Calm down. But they love it. So,
and there's another super chat.
Oh, there is. I missed it.
There is from Jorge.
Let's see. Oh yeah, here it is.
There's that air horn. All right. Jorge says, thank you guys for all the knowledge and feedbacks. I'm starting my business soon. Just waiting on shipments. I'm starting with 1 Magic Cut Mini and 2 mini crane claw machines.
Nice. That's awesome.
I think
you get the discount. Click on the link for Jonathan Howard Hospitality.
Yes,
Group.
use our link and then use the Quick Play code for sure.
Yes.
Please. Awesome, Jorge. That's awesome. Very cool.
Congratulations.
Or the George.
Really cool.
It could be George or Jorge. I don't know which one it is. Depends, right?
It could be.
Yeah.
I hope we're saying that right.
So I have friends that spell it the same but use both. So one uses George and one uses Jorge. So it just depends. But
so if we're saying that wrong, we apologize.
It's a California thing. I don't know. All right. Usually George is spelled with a G, so I don't understand it either. But that's
right.
the way he likes it. So I don't.
There you go.
I don't argue. All right. So back to questions. I like these questions. These are good. So this feels like the knowledge live stream tonight. So back.
I hope everyone's enjoying it.
I hope so. Insurance we did, audience we did. Oh, this is the one. Here we go. I like this one a lot because we're really adamant about this one.
Target audience. Who is your target audience? What types of prizes will appeal to them? How will you keep your prizes attractive and relevant? Well, this seems like a good one for you to answer, Jonathan.
So for us, and we have a lot of different types of locations. We're actually going to be getting into a couple bars that we're looking at doing. So we're going to actually add kind of something to our repertoire that we hadn't had. So we're doing like these little mini flasks, which are really cool, and some beer type, like liquor keychains and stuff that we're going to include into the machine. But the thing that we learned in the beginning from David, is who we learned it from, was that when somebody comes up to your machine, it doesn't matter what age you are. if you see something in there that you want, you're gonna play. So the key is to have a good mix. So if you look at our machines, there's actually a picture that we just posted the Magic Key in the Discord today. If you look at that picture, you'll see stuff in there that's Super Mario. There's Ninja Turtles. There's Star Wars. There's Christmas stuff. There's Pokemon stuff. There's Disney stuff in there. So no matter what age you are, I mean, all people love Disney. Doesn't matter what age you are. Ask David. They're gonna love Disney stuff, and they're gonna love, if you're a Star Wars fan, you're gonna love Star Wars. If you like anime, there's anime stuff in there. We have these cute little anime pigs and stuff like that. We've got Kirby's and Sanrio stuff in there. So if you look and you come to the machine, doesn't matter who you are. If there's a group of 4 people, you want all 4 of those people to be excited about something that's in that machine. And I think that's the key, is to have. So what we kind of did over the past year is that when we ordered from Eva or in the States, we ordered one extra thing that we didn't have before that was different. So we added a new item or 2 items or a holiday or whatever it may be. But we added something that was different. So then when you look at if you go in our garage, we got all these tubs and they're all different. But what we do is we open each tub, and we take 10 of each and throw it in one giant tub, and then we mix it up, and then that's how we create our mix. And it's all different stuff. And that's what you want to do. You want to be able to kind of, suit everybody that may walk in that door. And we hear grandpas going there, oh, look at that Star Wars, that's that little Yoda guy. And it's like, that's cool, that guy will get excited that he's 70 something years old about the little Yoda thing. Like, that's really neat. Or there's little stormtroopers and stuff, but like, he recognizes that. And then the little kid ended up winning it for him because he was so excited about that Yoda. But that's the kind of stuff you want to do, is you want to be able to kind of appeal to everybody, no matter the age or the group or whoever it is, at every location. So they walk in, they're going to, oh, that's a Howard Hospitality machine. That one's got everything in it. And that's kind of what you want. You don't want to be like, oh, it's all Super Mario stuff, or, oh, it's all this. Like, you go in there and they'll find something, which is kind of cool. So that's our thing, is that we want a good mix. We feel like that's how you do it, and pick things that'll be relevant from now until 20 years from now. Ninja Turtles, Star Wars, Super Mario, Hello Kitty, all that kind of stuff that, no matter what age you are, like, my kids liked Hello Kitty, and I grew up with Hello Kitty, but I mean, that's the thing, is that you want to make sure that it crosses those gaps. So that's our thing. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think you're right on the button there.
Yeah, my age group is everyone, basically. Anyone that's like 60 and younger.
And it's really funny too, like, you get like Nightmare Before Christmas is a good example. It's like, it doesn't matter what age you are, like, everybody loves that movie, and that's the kind of thing, like Star Wars. It's always going to be somebody that loves Star Wars or loves a character in Star Wars or whatever it is. And I think that's kind of where it's at. So
another thing too, let me tack on to that for just a second. Another thing too, if anyone out there has like a location where you've got a wide range of customers and you're not sure what to do, just do some sort of mystery item. Everybody loves that stuff. And quite honestly, like for example, my pizza restaurant, right? There's families that go there, but every Friday I go there, and we support our location. So we go and we have dinner there every Friday. And I love going and having dinner there on Fridays because I can watch the machine. I can watch how people interact with the machine. And you wouldn't believe how many grown adults with no kids go there and play the machine on Fridays. Like, I was sending them pictures the one weekend. Like look, here's one guy playing the machine. Here's another guy, he just won. But so I've got obviously lots of plush in there, but I mix mystery boxes in, because you never know, your mind gets curious. What's in that box? I got to win it now. So therefore, if you don't know, or if you have a wide range of customers, do mystery items. They do really well.
And you can do those in the Chinese takeout boxes, or you can do, like, Quick Play does a great job of doing them in Starbucks cups. So however you want to do it. I mean, you can even do them in multicolored cups off Amazon. Like, you can buy like red cups and blue cups and, and all that kind of stuff. So you can do it in any
Before I was doing the Chinese boxes at the arcade flea market thing, I was doing just coffee cups with the lids.
Isn't that cool? And that's the thing is that people love mystery stuff, and we learned that on Halloween, like to the core. Like they were all about it, and it didn't matter what was in there, and they were more excited. And all of our mystery boxes, which I highly recommend you guys do, also is we always include a fortune cookie in our Chinese takeout boxes. So when you get them, we order the cookies with them, and we put in a toy and a cookie. And they were sometimes we're more excited about the cookie than they were about the prize that was in there. So put the cookies in there. They get excited about the cookies and the fortunes and that kind of
think about fortune cookies and how they work. It's a mystery box, right? The fortune inside is the mystery. You don't know what it's going to be.
So you get double mystery.
But how many times have you gone to a Chinese restaurant and had 2 or 3 fortune cookies, right? Because you just want to see what the next fortune is. Same psychology applies.
And you can take the normal stuff that you would put in your machines and put them in the mystery boxes. It doesn't have to be anything spectacular. Correct. It's just they want to win something. And it's amazing like how they'll win like a Pokeball that costs you, 25 cents, depending on where you get it. And they're so excited about it because they just got it in their mystery box. Like, oh, Pokemon ball, and they open it up and there's a little figure in there and they're like so excited. And you're like, that's really cool, but to them, it's they won something, and that's really cool. So, all right, next.
You got 2 super chats, by the way.
2 super chats. Yeah, I just saw.
Okay, we'll go back to that. Let's go down here.
One from 720 Vending and one from Dean Brown. Actually, 2 $5 super chats.
For you guys, like they pop up, or how do you see them? Or you're just watching
them? I see them on the live and here in our stream software.
Okay, hold on.
There's that air horn. All right.
I did that one.
That's horrible. Sorry. We've already acknowledged that one.
Sorry. Here we go.
All right. 720 Vending in the house says, good evening, everyone. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Massive video drop today. There we go.
I have not seen it yet. I was gone all day, so I haven't got a chance to watch your video. So I'm guessing, hopefully, it's this claw machine because I know that
I think I saw the thumbnail. I think it is a claw machine, but I also did 2 videos today too, so I haven't had much extra time today.
You guys are important. We're it's hard to make videos. Like we're trying, but we also we're trying to do videos that, are more learning type videos. That's what we've been focusing our stuff on because Amelia's been too busy to do collection videos. So, okay, next one.
There we go for Dean Brown with a $5 super chat. Says, I recently put some Nintendo Switch games, Nintendo mystery boxes from Amazon into boosted sales. Over $450 in 1 week. New record for me. Nintendo mystery boxes, like the question mark boxes. That's a great idea.
That's cool.
Yeah. You can buy those on Amazon. I'll have to look at those.
Yeah,
those would be awesome at the game store location for sure.
So they must be kind of like the Pokemon mystery boxes, I'm guessing. But those are keychains. So I don't know if these are keychains, like in the boxes. I don't know.
I don't know. When I think of Nintendo mystery box, I think of the Power Punch question mark box that Mario would smash to get.
Yeah.
So if there's a hollow cardboard box like that, that's about that same size as a Chinese
put them in the Discord.
Box.
Yeah.
Put them in the Discord for sure.
Taking a look at this real fast, and you are correct. They're like power blocks and stuff.
Put up your screen.
Well, okay, sure. I just did a quick search. How do I share screen? Do you guys remember how to do that? I hit share screen.
Yeah, click the share screen button.
Okay.
Little arrow, share screen.
Go like that. Share. Can you see it?
Yeah. Go ahead
no.
Pull that
up. Yeah. Hold on. Got it.
I'm just kind of looking at these little question mark or these little blocks. I don't know.
So those have mystery figures inside. No, I saw. What were the ones that were like $5? Is that for?
No, let me do a Google search
one,
of it.
or is that for
shopping?
That's still kind of pricey though.
But I think these have an actual prize inside of them. So depending on what it is. But if you could just buy the empty hollow boxes, that would be cool. If they if they had them in cardboard or whatever.
This is kind of a cool looking plush. You put a mix. Yeah, I can see the potential. That's actually getting my mind wanting to look some stuff up.
Wait, go down to the little box of them.
Yeah, on the left there.
Left.
Scroll down one more row.
Right there.
Okay.
So that's 12 for $30. And those probably, those are the candies. Okay.
Oh.
That's not as fun.
I thought they were like a box of.
I thought there was like a figure inside or something like that.
Yeah, so did I. Because they look like the ones that we get for like Pokemon and stuff in the boxes like that.
But this is getting me thinking. Like, I really like this idea.
Oh, here we go. So it just got posted in the Discord. Let me take a look. Okay. So there is a thing. David, you got your screen share. Do you see that in the Discord in the general chat?
Oh, okay. Do you see on the screen?
Yes, that's it right there. So those are party favor boxes. They're 3.5 inch. That's perfect. Look at those guys.
That's awesome. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to order some of those.
What about they also have the brick version too from the NES? You think that'd be? I think the question marks would be better though.
If you had both of them in the machine, it would make sense. But I don't think by themselves.
I love this. How big of these? They're 3.5. Perfect
3.5 inches. So yeah, it'd be perfect for like a Mega Mini or
Those are great ideas, Dean.
Even a little bit larger claw. You my like the key catcher. This would be perfect for the key catcher, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I'm actually placing an order right now. I'm buying those right now. Those are perfect.
Those are cool, man. Very cool.
That is so cool.
So what are they? How many are in a
36?
36. For 17. The other ones for 17.
They're like 50 cents a piece.
Yeah, 50 cents a piece on this one. So there
that's good. 30. That's a good deal.
Yeah. I bought them. Order placed.
There you go.
I love this. This is gonna be a game changer.
Dean should create an affiliate link for that.
I'm super excited. Who is this in the Discord? They need to get another shout out, man.
Dean.
Or who?
Dean, yeah. And then he actually posted a picture of his treasure chest machine with these boxes in them in the Discord.
Share your screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I go like this?
Yeah, that's perfect right there. Can you make it bigger?
Yeah. Let's. That's as big as.
Oh yeah! Look at that.
Click on Open in Browser. There you go. Now you can probably maybe make it bigger.
Whoa!
Those look awesome. Those look so good. Oh, those are going to do so good at my game store. Dean, thank you for sharing. That's so perfect.
Awesome.
Matt just got super excited. That's awesome.
I'm excited too, dude. Man, I need to do this.
Yeah, that is cool. Very
really cool
idea, Dean.
Thank you for sharing. That's awesome.
Yeah, I like that better than the Chinese takeout boxes that we've been doing. So,
they're only 10 cents a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Dude,
that may be the answer from now on. That's really cool. Yeah, and my game store is going to go nuts over those.
And he said how much he was doing. He boosted sales by $450. Oh,
absolutely.
Sorry, I got to stop sharing the screen because we're getting screenception now.
Screenception. All right, there we go. Another super chat from Dean Brown. $2 says, "What can I say? I'm just the best." Yes, yes, you are. Thank you for sharing that.
I'm
so glad. This is awesome. I'm sorry, I'm a little sidetracked because I don't want to lose this link.
Jonathan, you need to stop the share. There you go. Perfect. All right. He also says he wants a royalty for all sold now. You're gonna have to talk to Amazon for that one.
He should put an affiliate link on there.
Yeah, you should.
Very cool.
I just placed an order, so you'll see those in upcoming videos for sure.
Nice.
Thanks again, Dean.
Thanks for the knowledge, Dean. And that's why we love this community and we love the Discord, because of things like that. Because like that is gonna go. And that's the thing, is that these people are nowhere near us. They're not going to be infringing on our territory or anything like that. Like, it's just great ideas you can share among fellow vendors that helps everybody. That's what this is about. It's not about how much money can I make. It's about how much money can we all make. That's what it's about. You know what I mean?
That's why the Discord's amazing, guys.
Yeah. Very cool. Thank you, Dean. That's awesome.
For sure.
Appreciate it. Okay, so back to some more questions. All right, here we go. All right, technology and payment systems. This is a good one for Matt.
Technology and payment systems. What?
Matt, drop the link and the code.
Drop the link and the code. All right, what payment systems will your machines accept? Are your machines equipped with modern technology for tracking usage and revenue? So there's all kinds of cool options out there. I specifically use NIAX credit card readers for my machines. It tracks usage, it tracks revenue, it tracks inventory. You can save yourself some cash by going to shop.niax.com and using checkout code GalaxyGames843. But yeah, so you definitely want to focus on having machines that are upgradable, or if they're not already upgraded, so that way you can offer your customers multiple options, meaning can they pay with coins? Can they pay with cash? Can they pay with credit cards? Those are the things you want because like for example, so in my game store, I had the barber cuts, I had the hot stuff, and I had the stacker, and I had that those just mechanical bulk vending machines where they only took coins or they only took coins in dollars, no credit cards. So this kind of third and fourth quarter, I've been focusing on upgrading those machines, getting newer machines in there, offering cashless payment options on those machines. And you already saw in this most recent video how much it's changed my collections for just really upgrading one machine. I haven't even got the results from all the other machines yet. But I will say, I did put that new electronic bulk vending machine in there. Actually, I put it in the night before Thanksgiving. So obviously the store was closed on Thanksgiving. They were open on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They were closed on Monday. They were open Tuesday and Wednesday. So that's today. That machine's already made $140. And 60-70% of it is going through those NIAX credit card readers. So that cashless payment is something you definitely want as an option on your machines because, especially over the past couple of years, how many of you really carry that much cash with you anymore? I know it just got so inconvenient to carry cash. I don't know if that was by design or what, but it's getting harder and harder to carry cash these days because, you don't have to go to the bank to pull money out or whatever. But so many people now are using, their watches or their phones or just their tap cards or whatever. So you definitely want to ensure that you have that option available to them.
All of our machines, our claw machines, have three forms of payment. So They either have an IX reader or a Kiosoft reader on them, and they have DBAs and coin. And the reason being is that, a lot of people ask us this question, like especially when they're ordering machines from me and stuff. They'll ask me like, well, like what, is it really worth it getting a credit card reader? And I keep going back to the fact of like, what was it like before I knew whether or not my machine was on? What was it like before when I knew how the machine was doing before I even went over there? What was it like before when I couldn't, the people in the location? So like before I put credit card readers in a couple locations. So like, for example, if you have a steakhouse or if you have a Mexican restaurant, there's a huge difference in the clientele that go to these different locations, right? But you also have the ability to still make money with people that don't carry cash. So like if you're only paying $10, for the fee for that machine, and you're covering your fees by charging $1.10 or $3.10 or $5.10 or $10.10 like we do. So we don't charge just $1 or $3 or $5 or $10 per transaction. We pay for those fees, that's 60 cents. So I don't know what exactly it is, or 0.63 cents or whatever it is per transaction. We don't pay that. Like it's covered by us charging that 10-cent fee. So then, or 6 cents, I should say. I'm sorry, not 16. But you want to make sure that when you have these locations that all your fees are covered and that you're making at least $10 to cover the cost of that credit card reader, which you will, and then you'll make more than that every week. So then you're actually paying the machine off. So we haven't had any locations where we didn't pay off that machine in less than 2 months for the credit card reader. Like that's how much extra money it made for us. And then the fact that we're covering all the transaction fees by charging that 10 cents per transaction for each of that, where it's not cost, we're actually making a teeny bit of money on top of whatever the transaction fees are. So we're actually making a little bit extra money on top of it too. So there's no reason not to have a credit card reader on your machine. Because if you look at my phone, we're in the cash business. And if you look at the back of my phone, all I carry is credit cards. I don't have any cash on me ever. I don't know about you guys, but for amount of cash that we pull out of our machines, none of it is in my pocket. It's all deposited in the bank, and I use my debit card to pay for everything. So, that's the way I look at it. Is you're always going to have cash customers, but it's definitely the ability to not have a DBA down, not to have a credit card reader down. I mean, not a credit card reader, but a coin mech down, and then being able to pay some of the way. It's always nice to have three forms of payment. So
I'm sharing my screen. I love having the credit card readers because you can see your daily sales. See, like you said, the machine. Like I don't know if you want to show this, but this is my screen of. Oh yeah, you're there. So
those guys are really sexy. Who are those
I
guys?
love, so I can see that I got 3 machines offline, and these 3 machines are not in location, so that's why they're offline. But I can see I got 3 machines online right now making me money, and just in credit card sales or whatever, today I've done 203 for credit card sales. These are only the credit card sales, not even the cash. But you can see like how uh, your machines are doing, seeing the status, and then same thing with Kiosoft. Like I can see how much money my machines have made for a selected time period and stuff. Like this is throughout the month, I've done like 8,500 with these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 locations. So like it's so nice to see the status of your machine, to be able to know what's going on with your route. Anyways, I just want to show that like you get access to that all the time.
I think that the thing is that, you know, knowing how your business is doing, because you're it's a it is a non, you know, it's a kind of a hands off sort of business that we run. You know, they're off doing their thing while we're doing other stuff. You know, we're making money. There's a lot of work that goes into the business itself, but it's on its own working, and you want to make sure that it's working the way it's supposed to be working. And you can check that through Nayax. You can check that through Kiosoft. And it's something that in the past we've talked about this in Livestream, that we've had locations where they were turning the machine off, and we never would have known that if it wasn't for having a credit card reader on a machine, learning that the machine's off, and that's why it's only making $40 a week. And we're like, that doesn't make any sense, you know, because we know it's a busy location. So those are the kind of things that will actually make you money in the long run, or save you money, or whatever it may be. So highly recommend you accept all 3 payments, and that you'll be able to monitor your machines. So on that topic, since because I get this on a daily basis on my phone, and I wanted to bring it up. I don't care if you're doing Nayax or if you're doing Kiosoft. The initial setup time of these accounts and the stuff that it's going to take to get this stuff set up is not the next day. So our initial first time we ever got Nayax set up, it took almost 3 months. Now, it doesn't take that long now. It's a couple weeks, maybe to a week. It's usually pretty quick, but it's gotten a lot better. Kiosoft, it's about a week to 2 weeks probably now at this point, because they're getting so bombarded by the amount of people in our industry that we've brought in from our, you know, our Discord and everything that we're doing. Give them time to set up your account. Once your account is set up, that is the easiest time of your life. You basically get a new credit card reader, you scan it, it's on. Like, it's that quick. You know, you do have to send in and set up the account, whatever, but give it time to get set up. Give Nayax time, give Kiosoft time to get your account set up. Don't go in the Discord or on Facebook and bash about how long it takes to do this. It takes time no matter what you're doing. My green light systems that we have on our full line machines took just as long. Even though I ordered the machine from them with the green light installed on the machine and it showed up ready to go, supposedly it still takes 1 to 2 weeks to get set up and running and going, and your planogram done and all your stuff that you need to do. Like, this stuff takes time, but once it's working, it's working. Like, you don't have to constantly check on it all the time to make sure that everything's working. Your MoMA app works. You're going to be able to see your machines. You're going to be able to see how they're doing. Yes, you're going to have issues. They're running on cellular service. They're running on power. They're running on stuff. Give technology a break and calm down, and don't get so frustrated, because this is also new technology. Like Kiosoft, for example, you know, they've been in the business almost 50 years, but they're used to dealing with laundromats, which have 50 machines in one location. Now they're dealing with customers that have 50 locations and one machine in each location. So their whole system is backwards. So they're trying to get everybody set up with all these systems. It's not their fault. It's just a different dynamic that they're dealing with. Nayax blew up. They were this tiny company, had no customer service. All of a sudden, they got thousands and millions of people trying to get Nayax, and they just can't handle it. And then now they're starting to get caught up and get their customer service on par and get going. So just give them a break, calm down, take a breath, once you get set up and going, you guys will absolutely love whatever system you choose, whether it's Kiosoft or or Nyax or whatever it may be. They're great companies. They have awesome products. To be able to sit there and take Apple Pay on a mini claw machine that's out in some restaurant somewhere in the middle of nowhere, and it works on cell service is pretty freaking awesome. Like, that is cool. If you think about the technology of being able to accept your $5 payment or $10 payment or whatever in a restaurant all by itself on a cellular signal is pretty cool. So, and be able to monitor your machine 24 hours a day, anytime you want, and see how the sales are doing. And by the minute, that's pretty cool. So give them a break. Give them a chance to get caught up. Give Nyax a break. Give Kiosoft a break. Get your account set up, and then just enjoy the fact that you can monitor your machines and that they work, because it is pretty cool. So
and just to remind you, if you do order a Nyax reader, make sure you use that. Like, and we mentioned it already, but the Galaxy Games 843 discount.
Save yourself
I
some
personally
cash,
I've saved enough money to order a whole gamer mini. Basically,
shop.nx.com. Use the Galaxy Games 843 code. Make sure that you use that, and that you'll be very happy, because it saves you quite a bit of money. So,
and if you decide to do Nyax or Cantaloupe is another one. Actually, 720 Vending has a discount code for Cantaloupe. So make sure you support him. Chat him up in the Discord, of course. And then Kiosoft, there's a discount for the members in the Discord too. So use that Discord, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Get Matt's discount, get the Nyax or the Kiosoft discount, or get the Cantaloupe discount with 720 Vending. So make sure you guys save yourself some money.
And calm down. Like, it is new systems. It's exciting. It is very cool what we do, and we can receive money 24 hours a day from our little machines in the middle of nowhere. It's these restaurants. Like, that's pretty freaking cool.
Very
like
cool.
It is. And then we can monitor them and see what they're doing. Like, I still think the technology is awesome, and that it does take a little bit of setup, but it's definitely worth it. And you will love having credit card readers on your machines, and you'll look back and be like, how did I ever not? Like, it brings you extra money, and I mean, it always pays for itself. So I haven't had any machines that haven't paid for the fees or anything at a location. So it's definitely worth it.
I gotta let you guys know before we keep going, because we're getting kind of close to the end. So it's not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after, I am getting my third mall location, and I'm going to be in Denver, Colorado. So I'm be placing my little gamer minis.
The gamer minis. So
I
think
love
there was
these
just
things.
a question about, are you going to do a gamer mini review video?
I definitely need to, for sure. I just been collecting the money from it, and I'm enjoying it. So it's like they're making me so much money. Definitely need to do a review. I think they're I'm not trying to pick favorites, but if I were to be honest with you, those gamer minis have made me so much money, and in such a short period of time, it's hard not to have a love for the gamer mini. So I can't wait to show people it.
I want to cover something real quick before we're running out of time. So I want to bring this up, because this is something new. We talked about it last week, and I wanted to bring it up on the screen. So us, the Howard Hospitality Group, Sam, Amelia, Natalie, and I have started a nonprofit. It's called YOW, which is Young Entrepreneurs of the World. And it is basically it's a nonprofit to get young students involved in doing vending and starting their own business, and teaching them about how to start their own business. And we've already got one submission. We're going to give away our first machine. We've got several machines lined up from people in the industry, candymachines.com, AZ Amusements, all these places. We're even going to be doing stuff with Nyax and other companies for credit card readers. So it has turned into something that we hoped it would, and we hoped it would be as successful as it is. We have stickers being made right now that you guys can put on your machines, so you can take donations, and also proceeds from your vending routes to the nonprofit to help these students and stuff like that, and then write it off for your business, which is awesome. So that's coming. But we do have our first submission, which is in the Discord. So if you want to see our first submission, please send submissions to us at howardhospitalitygroup@gmail.com. And then we'll put them in the Discord. And then what we'll do is, as we get closer, we'll have people vote on them and stuff. And then we actually will have a committee or a board that will do the final decision on who will win the first machine on January, probably right around the beginning of January. And then every month after that, we'll be giving away the full setup to get started for these kids in the business, which is awesome. So if you have a student under the age of 18, then make sure they send in their submission to us, and we can get them to get started on their own business, which is very cool. So it's doing way better than we thought, and it's exciting. So I wanted to cover that real quick. So send that to us, and then there's way more information in the Discord about it and all that. So yeah. Nice. And then we want to talk about NVVA a little bit, right? Because we want people to start saving up their money. It's time
to start talking about NVVA. Yeah, I mean, Las Vegas guys, this coming March, who all's going?
I'm going.
Well, you're supposed to be we're supposed to be renewing right now. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know. I have to.
So those of you who are members, we're supposed to be renewing right now for NVVA, which I haven't done, and I feel really bad. I need to do that because I'm actually on the board.
Send us emails or something.
What a good jerk. So if you're already a member, make sure you re-up your membership. If you're new to MBVA, there's lots of benefits to join, especially for the actual conference and what you get for your trip. Like, you'll save more in money and food than anything, and there's a lot of entertainment and a lot of events that go on that you get to be part of as just being an MBVA member. Plus, you get to see, basically, honestly, like, I know that IAPO is really big. Like, I feel, though, that like a lot of the main players of who you really want to see are actually at MBVA. So you're really going to get all the goods and the stuff and the details by going there and making all the deals and stuff that you're going to do at MBVA. So
yeah, I mean, both shows have their pros and have their cons, but I really feel like if you are into bulk vending or claw machines or anything like that, NBVA is more kind of tailored for us, so to speak. Like, IAPA was amazing. Don't get me wrong, but seeing roller coaster trains or water park slides, things that doesn't help us at all in our business. But this show is all about us. So,
just so you know. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I have actually got the seminar topics so far that we've been discussing that are going to be at MBVA. So the first one is going to be keys to successfully using a locator. So those of you who have been hearing about people using locating services and stuff like that, there is a couple people in MBVA that are going to speak about them and their experience of using a locator and like what they've learned from having somebody find their locations for them. So that's going to be one of the topics. Trends in the business for 2024. So it'll be all the new stuff that's out there, where they see the industry going, where you should be putting your money in, what you should be buying, and what's new and what's exciting. That's going to be one of the topics. Top 10 tips in starting your vending business. So we thought this was kind of important because it's not all the things you think it would be that you really need to focus on. A lot of people, you see them focus on, I got to have my sole proprietorship, and I need to have my business license, and I need to have my, all this stuff. Well, that's not the most important stuff. What you need to focus on is the stuff that they're going to talk about in this seminar, which is what's really important and what do you really need to focus your attention on to get you going and hit the ground running. And that's what that one's about. Topic number 4 is one that we just talked about, which is cashless payment options on your machines. So that would be Nayax, Kiosoft, Cantaloupe, those types of things that are going to be on your machines, along with not just on claw machines, but on bulk machines too. Like Matt knows with his new machine that those options are ending up on bulk machines now and are doing very well. So it is something to look out for this year or next year. There's a merchandising session, which will be done by Jen again. We're talking about doing, how to set up your machines. How do you really make them look good and make sure that people want to play them? And that's really what she's going to focus on in that one. And then there's a vending toolkit. So we're kind of like the video that we did a little bit about what do you really need to take with you on location. And David kind of covered that tonight. What extra parts do you need and what tools do you need? And, like Sam and I have been looking at those Milwaukee pack out like toolkits, that you like, they're on a little roller and it's got all the different drawers and stuff because we're trying to get organized. But what do you really need to have with you? And it seems like most vendors end up somewhere like David and not remembering his keys to a certain location. And that's the kind of stuff that happens to us. So how do you make sure that you have everything that you need when you go out? And then standalone claw arcades, mini claw rooms, and prize lockers. So the new trend we're seeing now is you go up to a location and there's nobody in there. It's a claw room with prize lockers. You play the games. You take your information on your card. You go up to a vending system and you put it up there, and then you get your prizes right there. So you don't even have to have people at the locations. So what are these new claw rooms? Where are we going with that kind of stuff? And that's kind of talking about it. We have some stuff that's coming out for us and for other people that you saw at IAPA, which was very cool. Like even in Gary Babylon's booth, and you saw in his booth that he had in Pipeline Games, he's got that full. It was almost 12 or 15 feet long. That was
it was
just
huge. Yeah, it was very big.
Yeah, just a redemption center built in. That was basically a portable redemption center that you just fill with prizes, and they can go up there and use their cards and get the stuff out. So, those are the kind of topics that we're working on for MBVA right now that we're talking about. So if you guys have ideas, please send them to me because we really, those are the kind of ones that we've focused down on after all the ideas that we sort of have. But if you guys have more ideas, we'd love to hear about it for MBVA. So yeah, that's what's going on.
Cool.
Save your money, start putting away for the trip because we're all going to be there and we'd love to see all of you. It'd be so much fun. I'd like to see a huge gang there this time at all of our people and hang out and the whole Discord.
Show some of those old timers.
3,000 members.
We're here to stay. We're here to stay. Exactly.
So
you had 2 super chats come in.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
You're good.
I need to make a channel for MVVA.
First one, Waco's Car Wash Channel, Elevators and More with a $5 super chat wants to know, do you all have Christmas lights with music in your area? We don't.
I told you, like, we live in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing exciting.
Countryside.
Yeah.
At least you got high-speed internet that actually works.
Right.
Comcast, yep.
And then 720 with a $2 super chat says, can't wait to meet everyone in Vegas.
Heck
He's got a short trip, doesn't he? He's in Colorado, right? Yeah. So
he's in Denver.
He's got a short trip. So is he gonna meet up with you at the mall?
I would in Denver. I hate 720. I don't know if you want to meet up with me. I'm going to the Denver outlets, premium outlets. I'm actually Anime Frank too. I'm doing this with Anime Frank because I can't, be there all the time in the Discord. So yeah, I'm going to be there on the 12th. I'm leaving December 12th, and I'll be there in the afternoon, and then I leave back and fly home. So I might miss the live stream on that Wednesday. That's what I was saying. The 13th, Wednesday, the 13th.
The 13th.
I'll try to make it back on.
As long as you're here for the 20th, you got to be there for the 20th.
I know the giveaway. Definitely going to be there for that. I actually probably will make it. I'm pretty confident I will actually still make it to the live stream. I might just be late.
What airline are you flying?
Frontier.
Nah, they probably don't have Wi-Fi then, or maybe they do for a fee. I don't know.
No, they didn't have last time. Frontier is so cheap. I hated that flight, but it's cheap.
Very true. Larry's Treasure says, guys, don't forget to hit that like button.
Thank you.
I know there's still a few of you left, but I'm only seeing 8 likes on the whole entire live stream tonight. I guess we forgot to remind you about that earlier.
Yes.
So thumbs up the live stream, guys.
Real quick, we should probably do the giveaway one more time.
One more time, yeah, for sure.
All right. Let me pop that up here.
Oh, while we're pulling that up, Hunter Rhodes says, such great information. Do you guys catalog any of this info? Yes. You can find all these videos on the channels, and they're all reposted on all major podcast platforms. So all these shows are available out there on Apple Music. I was listening on Amazon Music this week, but I think Stitcher, iHeartRadio, all those places. You can find all of our shows.
Very cool. We're like already in like episode 47 of the year. Like, how insane is that? Like, that's crazy.
we do the show every week, every Wednesday.
I know. That's just
for
nuts to me.
sure.
So, last one, and then I was hoping Amelia would be home by now, but she's not. So I'll do it for her.
Close it out for us.
All right. So, those of you who don't know, as part of our live stream, along with Quick Play and CandyMachines.com, we are giving away a key catcher claw machine. This was designed with Candy Machines and Quick Play together. They designed this machine and came out with this layout. And man, does it look totally awesome in person. So I really feel like the pictures do it no justice, because when I was standing in front of it, I like blew my mind. Like, it is so bright and so colorful. Like, I really think it needs like a video posted or something of how cool it looks like actually with all the motion and everything that's doing. But this machine, with shipping it comes with dual coin mechs, it comes with the DBA, it comes with NIAX reader, it comes with the full load of plush, delivered to wherever you are in the United States, is close to a $3,000 package. So to be able to win not only your own personal claw machine, but the fact that you can actually make money off this machine, have the support of, CandyMachines.com, their customer service, Kevin, Chris, and all of their people and everything that they do, which they're absolutely amazing at, and then have something with Quick Play's name on it, which is probably in the industry the most watched channel that there is in vending. You get a recognizable name, you get awesome customer service, and you get an amazing machine. So thank you so much, CandyMachines.com. Thank you, Quick Play, for allowing us to do this giveaway. We're so excited. We do this each and every week just so we can help people, and the fact that we can give away something like this, which is an insane prize and an insane value, is absolutely awesome. So thank you from all of us. And we're giving it away on December 20th, which is 5 days before everyone's favorite holiday, which is Christmas, except for me. I like Halloween, but it's, Christmas. December 20th, giving it away. All you need to do is join the Discord. And in there's a link to the Candy Machines website with the form that you must fill out. It takes about 2 minutes to fill out the form, and then you're entered to win. And we will do a giveaway on the live stream with everybody 5 days before Christmas, which is super exciting. So congratulations, whoever wins that machine, which is absolutely amazing. So
again, guys, we're 3 weeks away. So
I'm so jealous.
Get registered. I know.
It sucks being in this position where we have to give stuff away that we can't have. Like,
but
it's
just so you know, I've got multiple videos of this machine. So there's video out there of this machine, right? I've got my unboxing video, my placement video, my collection video. Yeah.
I was just so jealous of you when I was standing next to you in front of that machine.
For those of you that don't know, Jonathan and I actually filmed a spot for Quick Play from the NIAX booth there with the Quick Play Key Catcher Claw machine. So you just may see that in one of their upcoming videos.
I hope so.
And if not, I'll put it in one of mine, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. But they told me probably this coming week. So
okay, good.
Go watch, this weekend when Quick Play's new video drops. Definitely want to check it out. You'll see more about that machine.
I wish we had as much energy as those guys, but
I tried to.
I know I tried to too. I was, and like the excitement that you see from me, like in that video, is my excitement of that machine. Like it definitely, like, it makes you smile. Like, it is this. It
great
totally lights, like it lit up that whole corner of that booth. It was
really knocked
cool.
it out of the park. And Jonathan, you're right though. Like pictures, video, it just does not do that machine justice. That topper with those bright LED lights, like you have to see it in person to really appreciate it. It's perfect.
It reminds me of when they opened that suitcase in Pulp Fiction. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that kind of like feeling where it's just like, whoa, it's so cool. Like, very cool.
Yes, absolutely. I agree.
So I think we should definitely cover some more of those topics that we had on this one. So Comp Magic, join us next time again and post the rest of those questions, because I thought those were awesome. And we can cover some of those topics. Those were great. And I appreciate that. And thank you.
Whose phone's ringing?
It was mine. Sorry.
I mean, that's
It's
like
my
the perfect
parents.
way, because that's how Quick Play ends their videos, right? The phone rings, big old stack of
Oh
money
yeah,
in the phone.
cash.
Oh, what? Oh, what? The video's over, guys?
Hey, I got that money stack.
I was like,
Yeah, I watched that video yesterday.
I thought maybe like you were setting that up for the ending, because it's time to end, guys.
Yeah,
It
It's the end of
is.
the live
It
stream.
is.
Evan said there's only 500 people entered so far.
500?
Yeah, some
Wow.
odds, guys, but you still got 3 weeks, guys. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
There we go.
There
All
he
right,
is.
phone
There we
ring.
go.
Oh, wow.
Phone ring.
Probably here somewhere.
Oh, what, guys? It's time to
Wait.
end the video.
Wait, hold on. I think I get-
Bye. Right. Yeah, that's kind of
There you
gross.
go. I've got all my money locked up right now, so
Oh,
I'm not
I
pulling
just
out a
sit
fat
back here
stack.
too. I can only drive half. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for
Yes.
joining the Discord. Amazing time. Make sure that you guys, if you have any questions or concerns, please contact us. Thank you for supporting the Yao charity and the nonprofit. We really appreciate it. And if you need anything else, let us know. What about you guys? Anything else?
Yep. Have a great
I
night, everyone.
added
Thanks.
a channel. I added the channel to Discord for.
Oh, good. For
NBVA.
MBVA. Perfect.
Yeah.
So we can now
Nice.
start to talk about NBVA there. All right, guys. Have a great
Yay.
night. We'll see you next
Cool.
week, guys. Thanks.
Bye.
Have a good